When we started the Celus design platform, we launched it in April of this year. Our goal was to have 7,000 users on the platform by the end of this year. We have about 15,000 users on the platform already. It took us 6 months to actually build out that design. If we would have used this platform, we would have been done in 3 hours.
I'm sat down because if I didn't, I'd fall over because he tells me he's got a disruptive story to tell me. I actually have no idea what he's going to talk about. But Rob, tell us what you would do if you didn't exist. Not you personally, of course, but the company.
Yeah, okay, perfect, Guy, thank you. I'm Rob Telus, and I'm Vice President of Global Sales here at Celus. Let me tell you what we're doing. So we have an AI-assisted hardware design platform. Basically, we're enabling engineers to work with component suppliers on a single platform that allows them to get a design from idea to creation in minutes to hours instead of weeks to months. And that's what we're doing on the platform. So an engineer would come to the platform, they would pick a design to work with, or they can create their own design by specifying what they want to do. And when they highlight that design, they can pick something, and then they can start having component selection, and the AI is working through the design. You can pick a design, and the AI is working through the design and showing you how that all works together, making sure that everything is integrated and everything works together. It provides you the bill of materials, it can provide you the data sheets, and then it outputs all of that into the PCB tool format of your choice.
Right, so let's just pause for a second.
Yeah.
Today, I'm sat doing my design. I have a legacy design that may have maybe up to 100 components on it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what you're saying is you can look at every single one of those 100 components and give a comparison to each one of those?
Yes.
Right.
And not only that, but as you highlight a component and you look at it, the platform is going to tell you which component to use or give you options of other components to use that all integrate together. Okay.
What I've already got.
Yeah.
Or I've already got something. Mm-hmm. So schematic, do you put that in?
Yes.
And then it will do the comparison?
Yes.
So, okay, so I've got a schematic, and then can I ask it the question of how do I improve that from what I've got already today?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it will cross-reference and understand compatibility?
That's correct. There's an easier way to do things. There's a simpler way to do things.
Yeah.
And here at Celus, we want to talk to the engineers, both from the design side and from the component supplier side, to help each of those come together. And for example, Guy, just so you know, when we started the Celus design platform, we launched it in April of this year. Our goal was to have 7,000 users on the platform by the end of this year. We have about 15,000 users on the platform already. So we're double where we expected to be, because what we've realized is engineers need a more efficient and simplistic way to do things. They're gravitating to the platform for that reason.
Right. So how do they engage with you today? Do they license the software?
Yeah, actually, from a user standpoint, the platform is free to use. You can go to app.celus.io and start using the platform immediately. From a component supplier platform, the component supplier will contact us and we'll work with them to make sure that all of their products are on the platform, or they can co-brand the platform and put it on their own website so their users can come to their website and start working with the platform from there.
Right. So it's obviously a very difficult question, but because you can't know in every user case, but you sort of talked about hours or days. How much time do you think this realistically is going to change an average design engineer's job in terms of being able to reference the platform that they've got today to then say, how do I maximize that for tomorrow?
Yeah, you know, it's really interesting, but because what attracted me to Celus in the first place is in my previous life, I actually did a design. And I worked with an engineering team every Monday morning where we'd trade data sheets back and forth to try to determine how to best architect that design. And we'd choose different microprocessors on a weekly basis because some processors didn't work with other memory configurations and so on and so on. It took us 6 months to actually build out that design. If we would have used this platform, we would have been done in 3 hours. So it's a massive adjustment that helps users and suppliers get their products to market faster.
Right. So the reason why I ask you that, and they will know because it's the question that I've been asking every time we have this time of interviews. Yeah. We call it the coming storm of AI.
Yeah.
Not as in using AI, but the fact of the matter is that when all systems, and it's affected by all systems, because it doesn't matter where the AI chip sits, at some point it's going to put stress into every single part of the system. Because it's going to be wanting more power, it's going to be wanting more data, it's going to be producing more heat. So in other words, everything's up for grabs. So your kind of AI software is going to give them a leap forward in terms of absolutely understanding which bits are vulnerable and which bits they should be looking at. So
Yeah.
I have a system that in some way they know has a weakness.
Yeah.
So they put their schematic in. What feedback do they get that says, is it almost like a heat pattern? This is a vulnerability here. This is a vulnerability here. What? Or do you put parameters in, asking it questions? How does that actually work?
You do it through parameters, and you kind of decide which processor is best for my environment, which memory is best for my environment, which interfaces are best for my environment, and you can start by going to the platform and saying, I want to build a thermostat. And it's going to provide you with a couple of templates that you could choose from, or you could start from scratch. And you'll end up here at the design canvas where you'd start working with the platform and picking and choosing how you want things interfaced, what products are best to use, what works with what. And the platform builds all that out for you, generates the bill of materials, outputs your schematic, and integrates to the PCB layout tool of your choice until you have a board.
Right. And then just last question, what about privacy? They might well be putting in information about their system, about their board, into a third party. They don't know where their information's going. They don't know where you'll be storing that information. So how can you assure them that once they've done that, that remains entirely safe, entirely secure?
Yeah, so we have a lot of measures around that to make sure that we protect everyone's privacy and make sure that things don't get compromised.
Right, okay, good.